Right, so here we are. Hay, or possibly haylage, depending on what it does up there. 2023. Got the Massey hooked onto new to me drum mower, replacing a previous one that broke last year. And we're going to mow this meadow pasture. There's this field and a field around the corner there, totaling about 8 acres. So yes, we're going to try and make hay, which I will do in small squares, and you can follow me on the journey of making small hay bales. And if it doesn't behave in the weather department, then we're going to be doing round bales and wrapping them. So yeah, bit of a gamble, but we'll see how it goes. So those of you who like the machinery, this is a Massey Ferguson 5711 and a Polish 6-foot drum mower. So it's a 185cm Lizshitsky. I think that's how I pronounce it. I've never used it before, so it might be Shitsky, but yeah, we'll see. So we're getting close to finishing our headland here. I'm on the 5th time round. Probably going to do one more, which will be the back swath over there, and then we'll make a start on breaking out into the middle of the field. It's mowing quite nicely, and there's a reasonable crop in here. It's all old meadow grass. There's not too many docks this year, and it's all quite even. It's not had any nitrogen fertiliser on it. The only thing we have done is aerated it and then put advanced seaweed, liquid seaweed on, and that seems to have made a reasonable difference in the last 2 to 3 weeks whilst we've been having a bit of rain. Bulked up a bit in the bottom, so yeah, it should make reasonable hay. Made a start at the middle of the field. Done a few passes now in the rougher part as well, which isn't great because you get thrown about a bit. Yeah, still mowing well. Sky's looking a bit grey, but what is it they say? Mow with your coat on, bale with your hat on, something like that. Day 2 of haymaking, or haylage making. All depends on, as I said before, what the weather does this year, because it's terrible, and I regret not doing it in late May, early June. Yeah, we're in the smaller field of the two that I'm making. Obviously we've mowed it yesterday into these rows using the drum mower, and now we're tedding it out. We're using a machine called a hay bob, which a lot of people in the farming fraternity either love or hate. A lot of them hate them, but I love them because they're just a job for doing small areas of forage. This is a hay bob 300, which is the newer version of the two. It's just straight hay bob. And we're using it to ted out the grass. So what we're doing here is picking up these rows of grass that have been mowed, because that basically just cuts it and lays it down flat. So as you can see, they're all lying one way. This machine comes along with these tines and it spins that way and picks up the grass ahead of it, and then sweeps it out between the two rotors and spreads it into sort of even cover of grass, so it sort of fluffs it up, allows the air to get underneath the grass and the sun to get to as much of it as it can. But at the moment we're going to rely on the wind really, because it's neither sunny or that warm. Yeah, these hay bobs, they can ted and they can also row up, so you change the position of these tines to the inner position. You set the wheels on these adjusters here to the top position, close the gates in a bit narrower so it puts into a row, and also alter the top link to get the rotors close to the ground as possible without scalping it. Then you can row up ahead of the baler, but I don't always use this hay bob to row in front of my baler. I also have a second hay bob which is called a 360, which you'll see later on in the video, but that sweeps to one side. So this machine rakes 3 meters. The 360 is the same width, but because it rakes to one side, it can go that way and then come back the other and rake 6 meters into one swath. So you've got a much bigger swath for the baler to bale up. Makes it more efficient, and you can also get the flat 8 sledge down the rows easier. So today is day 3. It's Thursday, 6th of July, and yeah, we're nearly there with the hay. Turned it twice yesterday, with it being quite a light crop in this field. Yeah, it probably just wants another sort of afternoon on it. So we're just turning it again just to get the greener stuff up to the top. The headlands are still a little bit damp in places, but yeah, getting it into these sort of fluffy, well, windrows, even though it's not set up for raking. It's yeah, when it dries out, it does tend to row up a little bit with a hay bob. It's just allowing the wind to pass through the grass. So as you can see, it's quite a bit taller than the unturned stuff because it settles over a few hours overnight. So it's this sort of light breeze that we've got is really helping drying it out, because it's not particularly warm. It's probably 18-19 degrees. There's not really much sun. So yeah, not great haymaking weather, but good enough. So yeah, we should be baling this up tomorrow. So it's Friday, and it's lovely and sunny and warm today, day 5, and we're raking. We turned it twice on Wednesday and Thursday, turned it once on Tuesday, and it's lovely hay. So we're using a hay bob 360 here, which will rake 3 meters on each side, making a swath of 6 meters. So yeah, it's like a normal hay bob, but it turns and one of the gearboxes reverses, so you can actually sweep to one side, and it will also rake like a normal hay bob if you wanted to. So there we are, just starting baling. With George on the tractor and Sean. Just going to check the bale tension.